What's happening, everyone? Welcome to the next video in this bonus Instagram series. You can see here I've got the dog page up that I created before and I called it Canine Gram. The reason I got that thought in my head is because I've thought of some of these other different pages I've heard of that is very popular in the fitness area as well. People call pages Fitgram, Fitstagram, Fit Inspiration. I've seen one called Pitbullgram. And Doggram was actually taken as well, so I thought Canine Gram because it mixes Instagram and canine's not that clever, but simple, easy to remember, one word, and it looks really good like that. You can see here I put a bit of text in here saying dog lovers only. If you love dogs, then make sure you follow us, so it makes them feel like if they don't follow us, then they don't love dogs. But if we want to change this or add some emotions into it, we can hit the edit button. We go down here and we select the description. I can then click after this and this little world button down here, and it's similar on Android. You hit that and then I can select whatever image I want. So I'll scroll through these. There's different sections down here. You can see there's a dog here, so I'll put those two there and maybe at the start as well. I'll hit done and then we're good to go. So what we're going to do now is start gathering some content, and there are two different ways you can do this. You can do the manual long way, which is by hitting the compass down here, and I'll show you guys this in the fundamentals. Here you can see I've looked for Pitbullgram, so if we hit Pitbulls of Instagram, you can see a bunch of images here, 22,000 followers. But the first way I could do it is by, well, first of all, I could either take photos myself of dogs I find, and I can go be a creep in the dog park and try to take photos of people's dogs, but I'm not going to do that here. I can click on the photo. I can make sure that this down here is gone, so by tapping on the photo it'll disappear, or if I tap it again it'll come back. I can then hit the home button with this top button to take a screenshot. From there, what I'll need to do is click out of this, go to my photos, and you can see the photos here. I'll click on it and it'll expand it. I'll then hit edit, which is in the top up here on my phone. You can't see it right now though. Hit edit, it's taken it back down here. I'll use this crop tool. I'll crop this down. And I'll crop that. Hit save. And if I go out to Instagram now, I can then chuck that in there and hit select and next. And it fits in nicely just like that. Let's even just do this for our first post now. I'm going to type in welcome to, see, it just posted and I don't know why it posted, but I'm going to hit, to edit this, all I need to do is hit comment, swipe left on the actual image. So instead of back here, instead of, or if I hit my profile here, open the photo, same picture comes up. To delete it, I need to hit comment. I then swipe left on the actual comment and I hit the trash can. Hit delete. Here I then type in welcome to Canine Gram. The best place to get all your dog place. Most amazing dogs from around the world. I can then also set this picture as my profile picture. To do that, click on the photo, choose from library. I'll choose this dog for the time being. I'll put him right in there. And there he is. So it's looking good. We've got one photo now. And I can either do that over and over again, go find another photo, screenshot it, crop it, post it, screenshot it, crop it, post it. Do that manually every couple of hours, and then it's going to work fine in terms of getting the content out there. But I like to automate things. I'm lazy. I'd rather have it just do 1 to 3 hours work, smashing it all out at once, and having it go out on autopilot for the next, say, month, 2 months, without me even having to think about posting an update or finding content. So the way I do that, and you've seen this in the previous case studies, is I go to this app here called Phonegram. And then from Phonegram, I'll hit this little search bar. And this is the paid version, remember. It cost, I think, $5 forever. $5 or $6, I think it was, and you keep it forever. I can hit search, and I'll just type in dogs. And then you can see there's a profile here, dogs, which has 115,000 followers. This one has, so dogs with Instagram, 882,000 followers. So we'll click on that one. And you can see here crazy amounts of photos of dogs. And this is perfect for us right now. And you can see here they're selling different products here now as well because they've got a good base of followers and they're killing it. So 50,000 photos, 50,000 likes, 35,000 likes, and it just goes on and on and on. So let's go after these guys and let's start smashing their audience with our content. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit this plus button up here. It's going to ask me to log into Instagram because it just logged me out. I'll just move this down so you don't see the password. K9 Graham. And that's just for dogs of Instagram. Think about other animals. You could do birds of Instagram. You could do hippos of Instagram. Crazy different things. If you have a sort of sales outcome you want in the future, or even if you just want to create a big fan base, because even though you don't know what you can sell on there now or what your audience might want, down the track, people will start coming to you for shout outs, start coming to you to sell products, and you get commissions or whatever they're wanting to do just because you've grown a base in these different areas. So if you can be an admin of lots of different pages and you can create these pages to grow viral, you can use them for so many more things than what you would initially think. You can even use them to send fans to your other ally pages, and that really helps smashing your likes up and your interactions up very, very fast. So I'm going to authorize this. Hit authorize. And then what we're going to do now is we're going to hit Smart Download, which will select this button here. Means we can either select them all or we can select individual ones by tapping on them. But I'll select them all for now. I'll hit the next button. 60 selected, sorry, and then we'll hit next. I've already bought this, so let me just see. I'll pause this now and I'll be back in 1 second. Alright guys, so what I found that's happened is because I was in the brand new K9 Graham account, it hadn't connected that to the Phonegram app and notifying it that my actual iTunes account has actually purchased the Phonegram full version. So I've logged out of that, logged into my own personal Instagram account, which is just Luke McGuire, and I've gone back to the page here, and we're going to do the same process again, and hopefully it works now. So we're going to hit these dots up here. We're going to go Smart Download. We're going to go Next, and now it's downloading all those photos right there. And these are going to go all straight into my actual iPhone library. You've seen me do this in the previous case studies, and you've seen me go into a bit more detail about what else this app can do. But right now, we're just going to be using it purely to get these photos. We're almost there. Done. And now what we may as well do now is get our content for the other two accounts. So let's just go for, let's say, tennis. Let's find a user here that has a lot of followers. This will even do maybe 542 photos. And these guys are pretty active. So let's download a bunch of these photos. And as you can see here, hit smart download, there's only 20 photos selected. To get more selected, we go back and we just scroll down through and say, well, that's how many we want to get. Same thing, hit this button, smart download, and then we're going to hit next, and they're downloading all those photos right now. And you'll notice as well, because these are getting downloaded here, on it straight to our phone, they're going to be cropped to the perfect size. So you can just go in right now and upload them individually. You don't need to crop them at all. They're ready to go. You can post them and they'll look exactly the same as they do here. And that just saves so much time rather than screenshot, crop, next photo, screenshot, crop, next photo. For $6, it's definitely worth it. But what I want to do now is I'll do the same for the Olympic Games in a minute, find a few cool photos there, and then we're going to head over and start to schedule these updates to go out on autopilot. And again, this does cost a couple of dollars a month. I think it was about $13 per for one account maybe. We'll have a look in a minute. But it's definitely worth it in my eyes, saving yourself hours of time uploading photos, trying to be on there every 3-4 hours, making sure it's accurate, through it's all night. You can just set and forget them so it goes out every 4 or 5 hours, a new photo, new hashtags, new fans coming in, all on autopilot. So much easier than doing it yourself. And again, I say this in other videos, you have to value your time. Your time is super valuable. And doing these monotonous tasks like posting, editing, hashtagging, every 3-4 hours, you could be better spending that time being productive in getting further forward with your business in other areas. So I recommend these tools because they save you so much time. They're not, by doing these things over and over again, you're not going to really get that far ahead in terms of learning things. It's pretty much the same process. It's not like if you're making a website, every time you make a website, you find that something else new that's easier and some new plugin or some new tool. Cropping and copying and pasting photos stays the same. It's boring and it's not fun. So in the next video, I'll show you guys how we're going to be scheduling them all. Actually, I'll see how long this one's gone for. It's actually only gone for 4 minutes. So I'll actually get all these photos up here now. I'll sync them across onto my computer, and then I'll show you how I organize them and then how we schedule them to go out all at once. So I'll be back with you guys in 1 minute. Alright guys, so I've connected my iPhone to my computer and I've opened up iPhoto on my Mac here, which is what I use to import my photos. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this photo here of this dog. I'm going to scroll down and I'll click on the last photo of the dog before I get to these tennis photos. So by holding Shift and clicking the last photo, it'll select all of the photos from the first one I've clicked to the last one. Then I'm going to hit Import Selected. And I'll let them all import. And I'll delete the photos from my phone, as I won't be uploading any from my phone. But if you think you will be, you can keep them depending on what your preference is. I will then create a folder on my desktop down here. You can see there's a bunch of rubbish down here. I'll click New Folder. You can see it just here. I'll put it down in the corner though. And then what I'm going to do is go last import, which is all the pictures I just have. I'll hit Command A, which will select all the photos there. I'll then drag these down into that new folder I've got there. Obviously, if you don't have any of these windows open behind here, it'll be much easier to see which folder you're dragging it to. Otherwise, you can go copy, right click on it, hit copy, and then you can open whatever file you want to post it into. So say I wanted to post it onto my desktop, I could just post it right here by going right click and paste all those photos. But I've pasted them into this file down here, and you can see they're all there. What I like to do now is then I create folders inside of this folder. So I'll go New Folder, Dogs 1, Dogs 2, Dogs 3, and we'll see if we have any more photos. that I need to add per folder. What I like to do, I add 10 to 15 photos per folder. So I'll get rid of the ones I don't want. So I don't really want this photo, that looks like rubbish. Any of these advertising ones, it's not going to suit me and what I'm trying to do here. So I'll screen through these quickly, get rid of them all, the ones I think are not needed. And last one. Okay, cool. Now what I'll do is I'll select this one. I'll go shift. So I'll hit my command button here, or control I think on a PC. And I'll select which ones I want to take across. And I'll select 10 to 15. So that's probably a bit more than 15, 4, 8, 16, I'll put that in. So we'll drag them, select the ones into dogs 1. I'll scroll down, I'll do the same with dogs 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And 15 should be the max you should do per folder. And the reason we're doing this is because when we upload them onto our scheduling program, we want to have them organized so then we don't double up on uploading the same ones. And I find this is the easiest way to ensure you don't do this. And I'll show you why in a minute and why it's 15. So we'll select the rest of these, or I can just drag and select them like this if I want them all. And I can bring them up into dogs 3. So then I'll bring them all up next to each other. Make it look a bit neater. And there we go. So I've got 3 folders full of dog photos. What I'll do now then is I'll come over here and I'm going to go back to my iPhone and I'm going to import all those tennis photos we saved. And I'm going to do the same process again for the tennis Instagram page. And what I've decided to do now with the Olympics page, I was thinking to myself, look, I was looking at all the content there, but I really just wasn't passionate about the Olympic Games and all these different sports and people trying to figure out who they are. And there's going to be a bit too much work for what I wanted to do right now. So, and I thought it also related too much to tennis in the sense that they were both sports. I guess one's an event, one's just a sport in general, but I thought I'd change it up and show you guys how we can get an internet marketing group of people together. And I've gone to a very specific niche, online mums that are trying to make money online. So I've then created an Instagram account called Internet Mums, and I'm going to be drawing mothers from around the world onto this page and sharing them motivational content, and then hopefully pushing them to coming out and checking out Socialite Pro. And maybe this is where you've actually found this page if you are one of the mothers from that actual fan page when this releases, but we'll see how we go there. But what I'm going to do is show you guys how I set that up again from scratch. We're going to grow it the same way I've done these 2 accounts now. So I'll be back in a minute. I'll bring all this information across from my iPhone and then we'll start scheduling these updates. See you in 1 second. Alright guys, so we're now back and this is what I want to show you, this program or online software called Schedugram. And you've seen this in the previous videos if you've watched the other Instagram series. But what I'm going to show you now is we're going to be implementing scheduling our updates for multiple accounts at once rather than just one. In the previous example, we've used the luxury hunting account, and now we're going to add in some other accounts as well. Pricing for this, I'll just show you what that is. And there's a free trial with this as well, so make sure you check that out. So pricing for one account is $13 a month, which is quite good. For 2 accounts, it's $40 a month, and it goes up and up and up, and you can see what's included. So right now, we're on the $40 a month plan. So you think, oh, $40, it's a lot of money to spend on something that is just a software that posts my updates. I can do it myself. And yeah, you're right. You can definitely do this yourself if you want to. But again, I'll show you the power of this in a minute, where you can set and forget it. And $40 an hour, what's that to someone that has a standard normal job of 10, $20 an hour? It's 2 to 4 hours work, but it will save you so many hours and just time sitting there posting. Again, up to you, but this is an option that I want to show you guys. And this whole Socialite Pro program is showing you how you can automate it to your highest potential, have updates going out when you're sleeping and interactions happening when you're sleeping. And that itself is so valuable. Because obviously with the times you post do matter, and it really depends on where you're targeting in the world as well. If you're constantly posting in the daytime where you live, it's someone's nighttime somewhere else, and they're not going to be seeing those updates. So things like this really help you get a very widespread reach multiple times, and you're getting activity while you're sleeping, which is what we all want, really. So we've now upgraded. We're going to manage accounts, and we're going to upload some new accounts in here as well from the ones we just created. So we're going to add an account. We're going to be adding in tennis hunting. And you can see checking now. We'll let that do its thing. It might take a couple of minutes. We'll add in the next one. We'll put in K9 Graham. We'll add that in there. And then we will add in our on internet mums. I was having trouble writing mums before because in Australia we spell it M-U-M, but we don't spell mother M-U-T-H-E-R. So it's such a little difference there. So I'll add that account in, and they are all in there now, ready to go. So let's just jump back over, and we'll actually I'll refresh this now. We'll hit manage accounts, and we'll see if any of these have been activated yet. So they're still checking, they're still getting their content ready. I'll come back in a minute once they've all been activated, and then we'll get our first uploads in and ready to go. Alright, so you can see now the status has changed to good to go. Hasn't added our profile images yet, but that will come later on. So let's just get started with uploading our first scheduled posts. So we're going to hit upload. We're going to hit bulk. So we're going to upload bulk images at once, because all the images we've saved and imported are the perfect sizes for the Instagram, for this to upload to Instagram. The way this actual service works, if you're interested to know really quickly, it's the only one in the world right now that's been able to figure a way out to schedule updates on Instagram. My friend Hugh, another guy living here in Australia, has created this. And the way it basically works is it all connects through iPads and mobile tablets to then upload your content through Instagram, through the actual app itself. So the more users it gets, the more tablets and iPads and stuff like that it needs to buy as well to compensate for the new users. So it's a pretty ingenious way he's figured out how to do this, and no one else I've seen has been able to do this either. So pretty cool little service here, and it's going to give you that edge on everyone else in the industry, because not that many people are using this right now. I think last I spoke to maybe 200 people are using it. So you guys in here will be some of the first to be actually taking advantage of this and getting interactions 24/7, 7 days a week. So let's just now go with bulk upload. Just briefly, you'll see in the previous videos and the other Instagram series, this single upload means you can crop, edit, add text onto your images for Instagram, stuff like that. But what I want to do here is just bulk upload a heap of photos, so I'm not spending hours editing them when they're already pretty well good to go. Tells you here what the sizes should be if you do want to upload one of your own images that you don't get from the PhoneGram app. And it says only post 10 to 15 images at a time. And make sure you do that, otherwise you'll run into some issues. So we're going to add some images. We're going to go to the desktop. let's start with the dog one. And I'll go dogs 1, and you can see I've already got my 15 images there ready to go. I'll make sure that is 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Perfect. So we can select all of them by pressing Command A or Control A. We can then hit open. It'll upload them all. And you'll see all the images are getting ready to go. And what we want to do here, today is the 16th of September. That's in Australian time. So what we want to do from there is have these go out regularly throughout the day. So as you can see, it's 4:17. They're saying at 4:20 this one will go out. Let's make it 5:20, 6:20, 7:20, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 13:20, doesn't make sense. 1 a.m. To change it to AM, we hit this little button here, change it over to AM. 2:20 AM, and we want to make sure again, so we'll make this 1:20. 3:20 AM, 4:20 AM, and make sure this is on the 17th. So this will be tomorrow morning. We'll go through, we'll do this for all of them. Which one was that? So 4:20 went to 5:20. I'll tell you why we're doing so many photos today. Normally we'll only do maybe 5 or 6 a day rather than 15 here. 20. And then 7. So there we go. We've got all those photos in there now. Oh, I'll get rid of this one because remember this is not needed. Looks like a rubbish photo. Oh, and then I thought I deleted these before. Where was that hello one? Move. Oh, that's kind of cute. We'll leave that. So what we'll do now is we'll go in and we'll fill out this information. So we want to caption it, saying, oh, hello there. This is a Samoy. How do I spell Samoy? Samoy. Oh, I got it right. Hashtag dog. This one, ready for takeoff. Dog flying. Dog costume. And again, hashtagging. When we upload a photo with a hashtag, this photo will then be categorized into this hashtag, which will be then matched with other people that will see our images. Because if someone searches the hashtag dog, our photo will then just be displayed in it. Same as for flying and same as a dog costume, and same as for whatever we put in. So we're looking for keywords that people are looking for here. No point doing something like, this is the best dog plane ever, because no one is ever going to search that. And if they did, I'd be kind of worried. So we'll leave it at that. Caption. And you can see this is kind of frustrating doing this, but this is going to save you so much time in the long run. And if we use this first comment box, what this is going to do, it'll post our photo and then it'll post a comment on that photo from us with whatever we put in here. So we'll put some hashtags: dog, scenic view, sky, clouds, water, and these haven't displayed. So this might cause an error, but we'll try in a minute and see how we go. Loving life. And then what you need to make sure we do here as well, select which Facebook page we want it to go to. So make sure, here I'm going to make sure it's on K9gram, and then I'm going to hit schedule. And we'll see if those other images do post. There we go, success. So that's now all ready to go. And what we'll do now is we'll go upload media, images in bulk, add image, and we'll go back to the actual dogs folder. Now we can go dogs 2 and then upload all these images at once. And so we got it from until the 17th of September. And now we'll start these going out every 4 or 5 hours again. So we'll do it at 11:20 a.m. Then we'll go 17th, 12:20 p.m. And I'll go through again. And I'll do, actually, what's that? 11:20. We'll do it every 4 hours then. So we'll do maybe 3. So we'll do it every 4 hours from now on. The reason why I did about 15 updates within a 24-hour, even less than that period, is because I want to get content on this brand new page, because we're going to be driving traffic right away. And if our page does not have a lot of content on there, it's not going to look very legitimate, and it's not going to entice people into following us. But if they can see lots of content from the get-go, it's going to be more of an incentive for them to like our page. But here I'm going to do the same thing as what I just did then. I'm going to go through but every 4 or 5 hours now and post updates then. I schedule them all for the next week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, see how I go. And then I'll come back to you guys. And then we'll go, I'll show you how I'm then going to upload them again for these other accounts. Same process. I won't go through the whole thing, but I'll show you where we're at after I've gone through this little section here. So I'll be back in one moment. Alright guys, so that took me about an hour, maybe an hour and 20 minutes to actually upload all those photos for all the accounts, go in, set the times for them all to go out over the next 2, 3, 4 weeks, add all the comments in and the related hashtags, and now it's all ready to go. And once you've done it yourself, hit on the activity log up here and you can see when the different updates are going to go out and on what specific times. Another thing to mention here is when you've uploaded them and you select your account, sorry, when you've uploaded your images and you select your account, you can select multiple accounts at the same time and it will schedule those images to go out across the multiple accounts. So you don't need to do them for every single account. That would really only work if you're in the same niche and your accounts are in the same area. So say you have 4 motivational gym Instagram accounts, or 4 dog pages, or 4 whatever it might be, motivational quote pages, whatever, and that content relates to all 4 different accounts, then you can go at the same time there. And sometimes it's not bad having 4 different accounts targeting the same people, because you're going to get different people no matter what, which will just depend on what time of day they see your updates, if they like the name of your account, if they see what you've interacted with, and so on and so forth. But here again, we're going for 4 different areas, and I've only got 3 scheduled here, so I'm going to show you in another video how we're going to target the 4th person. And again, That's someone who has a small following right now, and we're going to show how we can then take that small following, give them this set of instructions to implement, and then they're just going to go, they're going to explode on Instagram. So I'm excited for that. But right now I'm going to stop this video here, and these updates are going to go out over the next 24 hours. And then when we've got some content on that page, where I'll then come back and I'll show you guys how we're then going to automate our account and how we're going to get some interaction going with our followers and how we're going to start growing our fan base. All right, guys, I'll speak to you guys tomorrow. Thanks.